OntarioLoval.com here at the Canadian Motorsports Expo, standing here with Series Director for the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, Brad Moran. And Brad, I'll tell you what, this series in a few short years has come on to be one of the premier divisions anywhere in Canada, and that's really what it's built to be.
Yeah, I mean, we are a national series, and we certainly feel we have the best drivers in the country, and they prove it. They move on from our series, go down and run with the national series truck nationwide, and prove it there. So our races are definitely exciting, and we just keep building, and we keep working on it.
Now, one thing I noticed when I went to my first ever Canadian Tire Series race is how professional it is run. And I mean, I've been to NASCAR Winston Cup or Sprint Cup races in the past, very professionally operated, and they've carried that over into this series. So fans that haven't been there, they're going to see a very slick and well-oiled machine when it comes to the shows.
Yes, I mean, we've got a lot of training. Obviously NASCAR trains us like all other national series. All the touring series are run the same. The formats are the same. We get a lot of good equipment from the R&D Center in Charlotte. So we really get that support from the national level to all the NASCAR touring series. So you do see that. You're at a NASCAR race, and we certainly hope everything's organized and runs the way it's supposed to, and that's our job, make sure that happens.
Now, this series really is growing some stars. You look at drivers like J.R. Fitzpatrick, Andrew Ranger, Scott Steckley, DJ Kennington. These are names that people are really starting to know, and they're becoming household names. You have to be proud of what this series is accomplishing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's a big personal just gratification, watching guys come up through it. And we finally had Andrew last year with a first Cup start. Yeah. Pretty cool deal to see someone come from the Canadian Tire Series, work their way up, and we're going to get one that's going to stick. It may be one that's already in our series, but there's going to be one that's running every Sunday in the National Series. It's just a matter of time.
Now, when they come to a NASCAR Canadian Tire Series event, it's also a chance to get up and close to these stars of the series as well, because you always have those autograph sessions, but that's really key to building it, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And that's right throughout NASCAR. We believe that, the fans are the reason we're there, and we put the show on, and our guys certainly show that, because lap 10 usually looks like lap 290, and it's in their DNA. That's how they run, and that's what's exciting, and we certainly want to give the fans their money worth and let them be part of it. And a lot of our garages are open up to the public. We love it. We like it busy. We love the fans being around. Our drivers are just, first class. They bring their hero cards out. They're always there, willing to spend as much time as required. And and that's how the sport builds. So we certainly pride ourselves in doing that at each event.
Now, looking forward to 2012, the season will be here before we know it. Any changes that fans should look for in the shows, or is it just building on the success of the previous seasons?
Well, there are some changes. The point change would be the biggest thing. We've gone to the national point system. That's really going to mix things up in this series. I mean, guys can come in maybe leading the points, and they may come out in 10th. I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of movement in the points, more so than we've seen in the past. Cars are pretty much the same, with some safety changes that we've made. Not a whole bunch of rule changes. A lot of new teams coming in, so we're looking forward to it. It should be an exciting 2012.
You've got the schedule set and ready to go, and talk about some of the tracks you go to, and which one should the fans mark on their calendars in Ontario specifically, because we got a lot of fans that have never been to a Canadian Tire Series race, but they're right here in Ontario, and they'd like to see a NASCAR race.
I mean, you've been to a few of them. There's certainly you can't lose coming to any of them. It depends what you want. I mean, Kawartha's a great race to finish the season. We got road courses, at Mosport, quite a few different races, and at road courses in Quebec as well. But you've got Mosport on the schedule, which is a great track, and of course Barrie's kind of the Bristol of the Canadian Tire Series. So, wherever you go, usually we make it pretty exciting.
Well, there you go. That's Brad Moran of the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series here at the Canadian Motorsports Expo. I'm Greg Kellman for OntarioLoval.com.